30, 60, 90 triangle. And all triangles of these proportions can be easily solved by learning the basic proportion of a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. So the short side is opposite the 30 degree. So we'll call this side 1. Then our long side is our hypotenuse. We're going to call that side 2. So if you can remember those two things, you can figure out, using Pythagorean theorem, the third side. Once you've done enough of these, you'll have learned and memorized the ratios of these numbers. But if you can at least remember the 1 and the 2, you can figure out the missing side. So our small side A, we'll call that 1 squared. The unknown, this medium side, we'll call this B squared, equals C is our hypotenuse, or 2 squared. So we just solve this problem. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4. Subtract 1 from each side. B squared is 3. Just kidding. Let's take the square root of both sides to solve it, and that is your missing side. 1, 2, square root of 3. Don't mistake 3 if you start to check yourself. Draw a blank triangle with nothing else, or cover up so you can't see it. Then we have a 1, 2, square root of 3. So if you think 1, 2, 3, your mind might think, well, 3 is bigger than 2, but the square root of 3 compared to 2, well, 2 is equivalent to the square root of 4. So in this form, it's easy to notice that the square root of 3 is smaller than 2. So 2 is the longest side. So to use this, if we're given a triangle of the proportions of 30, 60, 90, and say the smallest side is 5. Well, if we double the 5 to get 10, notice the relationship is 1 to 2. And then if we find a medium side, we multiply 1 by the square root of 3. We can do the same thing here, multiply 5 by the square root of 3. So these are the proportions for this triangle. If we're given another triangle, the same proportions, 30, 60, 90, notice I'm not labeling the sides, but my small angle, if I draw this triangle, I should be able to easily tell this is smaller than this. So this is my 30. If I'm given the long side of 8, well, half of 8 is my short side. And then use your short side to find the medium side. 4 square root of 3. Even if you're given a problem where you're given the long side and you're asked what the medium side is, find the small side first. It's easy to do one thing at a time, because otherwise I have to take half of it and times square root of 3. Well, it was easier just to follow the process like this. The hardest type of triangle to solve is if I'm given this side and I'm not giving the square root of 3 next to it, and I'm going to pick an odd number, so it could be its worst case scenario, in my opinion. So if this was 7 root 3, this would be 7. I just divide by root 3 to get rid of it. So even though it's not 7 root 3, I still divide by root 3. 7 divided by root 3. That doesn't simplify. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by the square root of 3 just to rationalize the denominator. So I can think the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 9, the square root of 9 is 3. Or if you notice anything inside of the radical that's repeated, you get that number. So 7 root 3. This is your small side. 7 square root of 3 over 3. And now I double this, so timesing it by 2. That's just 7 times 2 is 14 square root of 3 over 3. So here's the finished triangle for this version. So there you have a special 30, 60, 90 triangle and how to use it if you're given one side on a triangle.